What you just saw was a mother, a part of something called the Wall of Moms in Portland. Um, the best way to describe this is being beaten, being destroyed by federal agents. Welcome to the Voice of Liberty podcast. My name is Henry Conley, and unfortunately, again, tonight we have to talk about Trump, we have to talk about fascism in America, and we have to talk about totalitarian measures. Tonight's episode was actually going to be an episode more geared towards talking about Garrett Foster and his unfortunate murder. But Donald Trump tonight decides to tweet declaring something to be illegal that he can't at all declare illegal, but we need to explore the mentality and the reasoning behind what he did and what he said. So, as I said in that video, what you saw was different scenes from around Portland, Oregon. In that video, you saw one of the moms from the Wall of Moms being drug away, beaten down, thrown to the ground by federal agents. Another video I have shows some of the vets for BLM being beaten, pepper sprayed, tear gassed. In that video, you saw some of the extreme tactics being used to attempt to fight back against the federal agents, including the leaf-blowing squad, which has been pushing the tear gas back on the federal agents, therefore making them tear gas themselves. The tweet that kind of prompted this episode tonight, Donald Trump apparently just found out that what's trending on Twitter generally is negative about him. And what's trending on Twitter is generally something he doesn't exactly want to see. So, Donald Trump put out this long-winded tweet here, so disgusting to watch Twitter's so-called trending, where so many trends are about me, and never a good one. Well, no shit, dumbass, you're a totalitarian fascist prick. It's not shocking to me that 90% of the trends that are ever Donald Trump related and aren't created by a bunch of Russian bots are negative about you. They look for anything they can find, make it as bad as possible, and blow it up, trying to make it trend. Really ridiculous, illegal, and of course, unfair. Now, the key thing that I want to focus in there is Donald Trump saying that the trending tab of Twitter is illegal, which is a way for him to say that any negative speech about him and any negative topics about him is therefore illegal. Now, think back into history, into fascist regimes, totalitarian regimes, and authoritarian regimes, and even current ones like North Korea, Russia, and China. You will see this very disturbing correlation between the two. See, Donald Trump is attempting to say that speaking ill of him or having ill discussions of him is illegal. Well, of course, this is going to get his cult talking about how anything negative about Dear Leader is also illegal. Anything said that doesn't stroke his ego is illegal. Speech is illegal. See, that's fascist. And I wanted to loop this back to what's going on in Portland and around the country for a reason. Donald Trump, he's on a power trip. And he's been on a power trip that has been increasing as the days count down to the United States election in 100 days. We're seeing him push the limits and see how far he can take things. We are hearing about horrid stories where he's pushing his fascist totalitarian ideas to the limits. See, that video is really disturbing because it brings to mind memories of videos coming out of Venezuela as Venezuela was attempting to overthrow its totalitarian regime. It brings back memories of China and Tiananmen Square. It brings back memories of the German Revolution, essentially, when they tore down the Berlin Wall. We're seeing things that we once stood with the people and said they have the right to do this. They must overthrow that fascist regime. We're seeing those very things become normalized for patriots to support. We're seeing a trend in America where patriots are the ones supporting totalitarian measures. We are seeing a trend where fascism is celebrated, where authoritarian rulers are worshipped, and Donald Trump follows every bit of their lead. See, we're seeing a direct correlation between history, the notion that this could never occur in America, and parallels with other countries where it's occurring. This is what we have to worry about, though. And this is the main point to get to. Those countries where it's happened in the past, radical revolution came. And generally it was violent. Generally it ended with blood. And generally it ended with a major loss of life. It ended with a country radically changed, but not for the better or the worse. Just a new version of the same old thing. In other countries that we are seeing this type of behavior occur, we are witnessing them follow the same pattern. And this is where we as people seeking change and seeking revolution, seeking to tear down the totalitarian system that we are living under, and seeking to ensure that we never yet again have a fascist sitting at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, these are the things we must keep in mind. Now, as a person who is an anarchist at heart, and first and foremost, revolution is what I seek to see. Radical change is what I seek to see, but I seek to see it occur peacefully. See, there's a way that we, the people, can change these things, and it's what we're seeing happen in Portland, where vets are going out and saying, I went to Vietnam and I was told that I was fighting for something, and I was told a lie, and you guys are being told a lie, drawing direct parallels between the lie they were told when they were deployed and the lie that federal agents are being told when they're deployed to American streets. We're seeing moms go out and say that this must occur, this must never happen again, and they don't want to see it happen to their children. We're seeing radical, and yes, I will proudly use the word radical, protests that are actually already bringing change. We're seeing people stand up and say, we don't need your help, we want you gone. And it's making change. We're seeing cities start to look at defunding police. We're seeing cities start to take down homages to their racist past. But we must keep in mind that this revolution has to stay peaceful, because a violent revolution in the United States of America, it's not going to go the way we would like to see it go. A violent revolution in the United States of America, especially with who's in the Oval Office right now, will end up with American troops deployed in our streets. It will end up with American troops cracking down on the very people they swore an oath to defend. So we must be smart about it. Of course, we're going to watch Donald Trump continue to devolve. We're going to continue to watch him threaten to throw people in jail, minimum 10 years in prison, in federal prison, if you paint or deface a statue, or if you go after a federale. But that's only threats. It's time for us to be a voice of change, because the only way that we can fix the system is to be a voice of liberty and to awaken the voice of liberty.